exactly there. Spirit's pick. OG choosing the CT start. And it looks like we're going to be having a, 3 players B to start us off, judging by where they're facing. Let's have a look. GG.bet does favor OG, and I don't blame them. A team that, as Chad had highlighted, have kind of risen and grinded to power. Oh, and it does look like it will be a different flavor to start this pistol off. Now, there's plenty of util. Wonder where that nade is going to be thrown out, because a HE investment, not so common.
Yeah, and I think here, just the early P250 sounding off allows MBK to steady his aim and hit a big opening. And that's going to be him searching for more. Top of connector now, peering on down. Volder's starting to get some ants in his pants. There's a heavy rotation and lean from OG towards connector. And this is a difficult angle for Team Spirit to clear.
Yeah, I really fancy Valder's chances here. They're just not going to be ready for this. Uh-oh, he's missed his shots, and so forced to back away. They will look to hunt him. There is Issa in support, but Magix has managed to take his head off, and they have managed to equalize. They're brawling. The Glock train, it has no brakes, and now it's thundering towards Issa's location.
He's going to where they just came from.
Dips out of there. They change seats like a weird and violent game of musical chairs.
He just went and fought through connector, and now Issa's ducked back on down.
Yeah, it's been a complete changing of the guard, and now with 50 seconds, they're basically back where they started, T-spawn.
It looks like they have to finish B, though, because they're so scared of this connector rotation, and they're having to dip back now completely from playground. They didn't...
Phew, I was concerned they weren't going to hit B, you know, Chad, but I'm glad that we do end up back on the site of their desires.
And just for them, in this pistol round, they have the bomb site open for free. We can see with the radar, Mantu is playing retake.
Interesting.
Closest player is Issa, who's over towards connector. There's a smoke from Chopper to Heaven. There's flashes to get them through Monster, but note these double nades. One for Alexi, one for Mantu. Maybe they'll cancel the plant.
So he's smoked himself off there and plans to try and dunk the plant. It won't be the kill, unfortunately. Magic's healthy enough.
Alexi's got one as well as from Heaven, so check this out.
It works. And now, 3 seconds. One of them has to plant, and Mir could get knocked off it. They're hunting him. Mir's punching in the digits. They don't have time. They don't. And just like that, the stack nades win a round. Good call, Chad. Alexi from Heaven dunks him as well. Perfect partnership. And that's just running the clock down a little too low. OG, they played restrained because of the faith in the nades.
Now, I don't know what Chopper was thinking. Maybe he just didn't want to give them $300 because he was too far out of the action. But because he had the utility, Chopper goes into round number 2 of the game with no loss bonus. He goes in with a Glock, no Kevlar, and nothing. And you can hear the smile on Alexi B's face because, well, I said he loves a bit of preparation, getting ready for the double nades onto the B site, making sure they held onto them, not getting too movie in that mid-round. And, well, they secure it with just grenades. So at this point, OG looking good. They're going to invest into the second round with 2 Famouses, 2 MP9s, and a Scout. And a force buy on the other side from Spirit with Deagles and just Chopper onto that Glock. Like, that's the thing. You get no loss bonus, and you have a Glock, and you have no Kevlar. Like,
something that's fun to check out as well, something I've been enjoying watching as the map develops and Counter-Strike continues to evolve, is the door. Yeah, but the connector door, you'll see Magic's about to swing open. That CTs have been finding a lot of power in nading that off. Speaking of nades, this has just caught a little flack from that. Nade and Magix draws blood on the Deagle, so does Mir. There's the partnership. The dastardly duo opens up with a double. Lexi could get caught in transition here. There's a small window. He's holding a monster for now, though, tucked in with the SMG, and they don't need to do too much now, Spirit. Group up and finish, but a double Deagle on that short aggression is huge.
Have smokes and a flash and a HE to work with here. So if you wanted to finish on the B side, a smoke towards
I think
Heaven.
saw a glimpse
of Alexi, potentially. Oh my God, go again, Alexi, I dare you. Mir thinks he's been spotted with that, but he's definitely been heard. So another smoke's going to drop, 30 seconds left. They have to get a wriggle on here.
We'll never guess which side they're going to hit. Walking up the monster tunnel, Alexi does have a powerful position, but that smoke has a timer on it. He needs a double kill here. Chopper's not going to be exposed. Nice catch. Bomb loose, 15 seconds. Surely not the clock again for Spirit. It is. It's Alexi B, not the clock. The Finn finds 3. Bomb needs to go down, and Magix has bailed them out again. They will get the bomb down. And MBK pushes through the smoke. Mir and Magix have done it all. They started that round, and they finish it as well. There isn't a single frag on anyone else. It's just the 2 of them. Lovely stuff. Let's watch that opening Deagle again as well. Maybe just Alexi then. He did so much work. Gets 3 in the end.
Yeah, and he was completely isolated after those 2 opening kills. They put a lot of faith in Alexi to be able to defend the site. There's Mir's opening after Magic's found first blood to a similar position on the map. And all in all, Team Spirit bounced back immediately, 1-1.
Yeah.
And I don't mind this from OG. They want to wrestle for economic control right here. Alexi's going to be the one holding on to extra cash instead of Mantu. So that might slow down the AWP purchase for the OG.
Yeah, no, my tone was not so much about the force, more the fact that Alexi had so much cash. NBK just takes Magic's down. AKV Deagle, first bullet accuracy, very necessary. Sketchy spray from SDY, but he takes a risk and it pays off. Aggressive on the monster tunnel, backing away now, receding, don't need to commit.
Good nades.
Oh, yeah, very nice. That's chunked Alexi down on the B side. Valda's jiggling on the Deeg and his connects as well. Some very powerful individuals in the server tonight.
So round 3, and B is the preference once again. Surprise, surprise. This mid-round is very strange, as Spirit haven't actually gotten any territory with all the frags that have fallen through. They've actually sustained a lot of damage onto SDY. Valda very lucky to be alive after that one, and they need to find another kill onto the B site, Spirit, or there's no way in.
And there it is. Disbalance is the one to find 2 of them. It costs him a great deal of health. SDY is low as well. There's a universe where Mantu's D can find the necessary frags, but he wants to isolate. Oh, that was Mir's head. A very good opportunity onto the healthiest member. 1 bullet headshot. Oh, and he's lined it up through the smoke. Knocks Disbalance off the plant. Oh, SDY gets it down. Pushing him is Mir. SDY tucked in on the default box. And to letting there just enough time pass that there's a potential for his opponents to make the mistake for him. Mir hasn't continued his hunt, and it looks like Mantu has managed to outline the location of SDY. Mir still starting the hunt, but don't want to overcommit, and that looks like the end of him. Oh, reveals his location. Just trying to do as much as he can. Keep him on the site.
Look, damage name of the game here, and he's not able to get much more. Mir might even finish him off. That takes away the armor, that takes away the Deagle, and that's going to put OG in a place where they have to take a save. Now, with that extra cash from Alexi, I assume this means that he's going to be dropping the AWP over to Mantu when we make it to round number 5. But round number 4 should be a wash. And we'll see the action here onto the B side as lots of nade damage being done. They were trying to harass that exact position where Alexi was standing, and I Disbalance bails them out here, making sure he can get that transfer down nicely. If he was traded, it became a 1-1. That one could have spiraled out of control. But decent damage nonetheless. Only 2 players remaining. And they will have to concede at this point. So OG are going for a 3-man lean over towards A long, 2 lingering around towards B.
Hello, everybody.
And Disbalance has seen more than he's probably bargained for here. Hangs around, gets taken out, dinks over towards B as well. Mir's low. Eventually, SDY saves him.
That would have got sketchy. Fortunately, it's picked up by SDY. Had lost Mir. That was the only AK in play. Magix has gone for the armored dualies, so respect to him.
That's the meta these days, apparently.
Yeah, armored dualies full util, bro.
I've actually got my notebook out here, Alex, and what I'm doing is I am jotting down. I've done 1 column for A and 1 column for B. Every time Team Spirit finish on the B bomb site, I'll put an X in the column for B. Now, I'm going to really just make sure we keep tabs on exactly how many rounds finish towards that site.
Are we 3 for 4?
4 for 4 right now. So we know that they have an affinity for that bomb site, and if it works, it works. I don't think we can
I'm not
be critical of it.
Here.
No, because I think this is happening on certain maps in recent times quite a lot. Like Dust 2, there was a period of time where Na'Vi were almost exclusively going long. So if you can make it work and you just feel more confident, you can take a lot of, I guess, the mystery out of the game. But the thing is, in theory, it shouldn't work. So
that theory depends on the C2's mindset, right?
That's true. Okay, well, the guns are out. Light utility here for OG. They have a handful of smoke still to work with. And Valda's taking space towards sewer, trying to use the cusp of this smoke to grab a frag. Mir's getting cheeky.
Yeah, I feel like this favors Mir. Or not. Nalda gets the frag. And they're coming up Monster Tunnel again. Passive hold from the CTs, but they are out. And Issa catches the Magix as he turns from the flash. Looks perfect for OG here, and Chopper's not ready for another. Valda using the off angle. Disbalancer can lock him in, but a missed shot costs him his life. This one's gone disastrously. It will just be Valda hunting down his 3rd. Very, very clean. Make it 4th, excuse me. Quad kill from the Dane.
We're going to put that one as a B finish, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Definitely majority of B frags.
There's 5. All right. 5 out of 5 ain't bad. Now, that's the AWP being dropped there. I'm not sure if we're going to see a reinvestment from Team Spirit into that. Didn't quite catch the financials. An important round for OG to bounce back with, and especially one that they were gifted a lot of jewels with low utility. If that was a slower round, if that was a later piece, and they had to deal with a late round execute, they wouldn't have had mollies and smokes to fight with. The buy will come back through from Spirit. Galil for Magics. I just bounced onto a Deagle, but Deagles haven't been too much of a problem so far for the Spirit gang.
Door's been naded off. Didn't catch who did it, though. And now, vulnerable to the crossfire of MBK. It's even Valda backing him up. God, they really want to contest for water. They do not want Mir to have this part of the map. And it will be a ball. It will be a brawl. Nade. Valda spotted. This is already invested. And this looking to be working out. Look at that crossfire. It's so brutal. You can't do anything. OG have locked the water battle down, and it will be theirs. A double kill in favor of the loss of Issa. Just Balance only operating with a Deagle. Mir has to be the hero of this round, and, well, Valda says no. Partnered up nicely with Alexi B, locking them down, but a double transfer. He's on for an ace clutch. It would have to be. SDY smokes off the tunnel, doesn't quite get it. They won't necessarily be able to operate under the assumption that he could be moving. Very winnable. The timing on this fake is everything. He's caught MBK's hunt, and now he can dip away. 28 seconds, but Heaven, will he peek back into it, or will he pivot? Is he going monster? That's an interesting avenue. It does mean that the AWP will have less power. He's looking for an ace clutch here. SDY's having an absolute mad one. 15 as he peeks in, and man too. Patience is rewarded. He would have had the line of sight had he needed it, but the door respawns and we go again. B finish, Chan?
Yeah, another B finish right there. And I think it's a little bit unfortunate for SDY, assuming that he could play him on the rotation with that sound cue, but Mantu hedged his bets, maintained strong over towards Heaven, and finds the final frag. That's tying us up to 3 rounds apiece. Going into round number 7, Team Spirit have had their bank balance rocked, and it's just going to be 4 Deagles and a Glock for Magics. So I would say that there's not too much to be worried about here for OG, but we have seen them fall foul. So a couple of nice shots of Magics and Mir. And again, that sewer control. So let's keep our eyes just on how much they want to harass this position. If that is a key part of Alexi B's game plan going into today, going up against somebody like Mir, who we have posted as a win condition for Spirit, maybe that's going to give them a rougher time on their T-half, but a push coming on through, spotted on up, and there's the man in question. Mir falls. Esther and Alexi chiming together to finish off that frag, and well, now over towards A. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is long. You probably won't see this part of the map too often throughout this game, but there's a lovely little picnic basket. There's a nice large stone.
It was a bike. Someone stole it.
Yeah, look, that's what happens if you leave your bike unchained here in Germany.
Yeah, it's true. It's gone.
I did try to get, when I moved, when I made the move to Malta, I left mine unchained to let it get stolen. Nobody took it.
No?
No, because when Anna left, she left me, well, I paid for it, but I had everything that was remaining, which there was a push bike, there was a whole bunch of other Ghiblis and that's what we call them.
Yeah, I hate it.
You hate it?
Push bike sounds like it's for children.
Well, it is for children.
Adults use bikes.
Well, only in your part of the world. In Australia, the roads are too big.
Yeah, because Australia is massive. You can't cycle anywhere. You'd die.
You got to get on the kangaroos.
Yeah, I think so. Primarily.
Skippy.
Now, I do hope that this... Oh, no. Could go wrong. Magic's just hit 1. He'd need 1 more Deagle shot to make a round out of this. It is only an unarmored Deagle. And that Molotov, oh, here's SDY. And BK needs to pick up the pieces. But Magic's keeps hitting Deagle headshots. And with 9 seconds, there is a small world where they do this.
Where he is.
They need to plant. And they are getting it down safe in time. Should be a Valda clutch, but now with an AWP recovered, Magic just has to hit 1 bullet. Does he peek? Valda. He's been put in a very frustrating set of circumstances now. Magix is patrolling. Sees him, and Magix pulls the trigger. What a round from Magix. It started off as just the 1. A Deagle shot onto the AWP. It shouldn't be more than that, but they just fall. And look what that's done to the OG economy. Alexi caught off by the push. They deny the molly. They take the headshots and win against the full rifles.
even on the A bomb side, so they
On
can
the
win rounds on
A-bomb
both
side.
sides. This is fantastic. We're seeing some depth here from Team Spirit, but that's a very frustrating round. In the context of this game, OG, they can't be dropping too many rounds like that, and that's 2 within the first
SDY.
7.
If you want to be mad, not only are you losing that round, now you're about to get driven in by a bloody P90 into the site. Doesn't check, he doesn't care. He's just ignored barrels completely. Valda manages to get a frag because of that negligence, but it doesn't last much longer. SDY finds his second P90 frag.
And that was a force as well, so OG have to hold on to the AWP in Mantu's hands. They cannot lose this weapon.
I'd love to see Issa's reaction to that at P90 driving around the corner.
Well, at this rate, MBK needs to just be a bit of a bodyguard here. If his presence can just make sure the rotation doesn't come through spawn, that's one avenue where they can't be chasing Mantu, but he's tucked himself in over towards playground. And we can see here just posturing around on the site, making sure that there's no one trying to be cheeky, coming in with a last-second defuse from OG. MBK is just seeing if he can pick up anything. He's a bit of a fisherman right now. Patience is a virtue when it comes to those recreational activities. Saving a weapon could be considered the same, especially in playground. Now, having an AWP into round number 9 does bode well for OG. They won't be able to purchase as a unit, but if Mantu can find a kill and they're able to find an AK-47 on the floor or a P90, it's better than just operating with those pistols. So I cannot believe he got a kill with that, let alone 2. Rush, what do you make of it? Because that's not the first time we've been seeing the pro-level player using the P90. Do you think it's just the amount of ammo they're rocking when they hit that site?
It is nice. I think if it was cheaper, we would see a lot more people buying it, that's for sure.
Yeah, but it's just strange, though, because a lot of people we would see opt in for a Mac 10. And you're right, that the P90 does cost a lot more, so it must be the cash. And he's entering again, so the P90 back onto the site.
Here we go.
And this time he won't get away with it. That's the AWP. It's on B. They've found that out very quickly, have Spirit.
Look at him. Mir really wants blood, and Mantu needs to find a safe haven. He's looking for the short fight. He might not get it. They're overwhelming. They will push behind. He does deal with one. Needs a third. Mantu gets triple kill with the saved AWP. And NBK, he does manage to make somewhat of a meal of it, but he's got the 1v1. He's brought it down. It's just Magic's. And he decides to return all the way through sight. Now, this is a gamble from NBK. Bear in mind there's no kit. Oh, he's sort of second guessing himself now. Hope the sound cue would have thrown Magic's off, but now uncertainty doesn't seem to have manifested. Oh, I think he might have caught a glimpse. He's got an idea. Needs a clean headshot. It's not easy. Oh, but he's found it. NBK clutches up, and OG closed the gap. 4 for the CT squad.
And they needed that. They needed to steal one back.
Thank you, Mantu, though. I mean, we're going to see it in the highlights, right? 3 people in this site. He had 4 to deal with. He doesn't get them all, but 1. Then close quarters, holding the push, 2 and a third quick reactions onto an AK.
Lots of pressure on Mantu there, and that's why I talk about him as one of the, well, best players for OG. He is, statistically speaking. And when you look at the fact that this guy came as being a secondary AWPer on a German team, and now he's playing in OG, it's 6th in the world as per HLTV.org's world rankings right now, and their best player, and pulling off impact like that in a do-or-die elimination day of IEM Beijing, that's fantastic stuff. So, Team Spirit, they lost a bit of a gimme, but they won one of their own. So you can't be too upset with that, as Valde wants to go for a face and a fight, and he's going to find exactly that. SDY, you are dead.
At control. He was working on just the lower half of visible SDY, but in the meantime, Disbalance has actually caught a smoke shot onto Valdemar. 4 on 4. Smoke deployed by Issa. He hears the potential. He knows there's a boost around the corner, and that's a risk. Mir actually manages to convert it. He's jiggling on his teammate's head, Chad. That's movement at the highest degree.
That's a big punish right there, and I think Chopper is taking some liberties over towards A. Alexi's pushed on up and contained them, but Chopper's found a gap, and you wouldn't be expecting this because it's just time and time again. Team Spirit have opted for that B bomb site. Out of the 9 rounds played so far, they've finished on B 8. So you'd be expecting that once again, especially with these opening trades. But now that Chopper's pushed up, he sees nobody's home. Maybe he'll get a move on. They still have 50 seconds. The other 3 members of Spirit do not have to move.
It's gonna work, Chad. I can feel it. They just have to wait. Like, Disbalance firing a shot or being spotted with the bomb is only going to reaffirm their desires for B.
But look at all the nades as well that they have to work with at this juncture. They're faking B and going back to A. And they found the gap because of Alexi's push.
You're right. Alexi has given them that space to maneuver, but he might be working it out. I think he has. 25 seconds. They're saying there's nothing following through on B. Chopper must have A. Alexi will be late to the party, and I'm already feeling the potential for a save call here. Unless Alexi catches Disbalance early, Wow, really nice play from Spirit. Completely faking him out.
Yeah, and it is the safe call. You're bang on there. They have no option. To go back into this retake, you don't know how much of A was given up because of that caretaker of Alexi pushing on through. They could already be in CT spawn. They could already be chasing, and they need a way out, and that's going to be through T spawn. So in a bit of a topsy-turvy round, they've traded territory. OG will hold on to 3 weapons. Team Spirit are happy to pick up another, and that's 6 on the T side. They already have par for the course.
Yeah, and Chopper gets credit.
Yeah, just for finding space. He didn't get a kill, and that's all he's been able to work with here. So, Rush, at the end of this round, if we can bring up the scores and the doors, because I think the Chopper's operating with only 1 or 2 kills at this stage. Just want to take a little bit of a look. I think that we've seen some impact through the likes of Magix and SDY. Oh. You can see Chopper, we just painted him as the hero, and that was all through space. And he is the in-game leader of the team. Found space, made the call, and netted yet another round. So without the kills, it's not essential.
And I will also point credit towards Mir. By finding that frag onto Issa, it just forced the CTs. This frag. By finding this, it's just more pressure.
Yeah.
You have to acknowledge that there's potential for B after losing another man there. So 4-6 the score, first map. Day 4, IEM Beijing.
Okay, so
interesting. They actually smoked the molly for the sound cue.
They don't use it.
And they're not using it. They're miles away. They must have thrown that from spawn. I reckon Issa's ready this time and not going to be seeing the same level of aggression towards that monster pipe. So early transgressions balance out. Disbalance continues to be a menace. Magic's actually smoking himself out. That wasn't far off. Disbalance takes an aggressive fight in the monster pipe.
Well, they've got the territory they were looking for, and they're not being harassed in the same way. The door's not blown up. There's nobody there setting up a crossfire. It's actually retooling right now from OG across the map, and they can't leave that gap up through connected towards A anymore, so that's going to keep their pushes at bay. That slows down the containment, but Issa, that's a big frag to find. I disbalance, he falls, but Issa's now stuck between a rock and a hard place. If he rotates back towards barrel, SDY will have him, but this comes down to patience. How long is he willing to stay on this boost?
Oh, and again, it works for Spirit. The boost fast becoming known within infamy for the Spirit T side of Overpass. Now, oh, the timing, just as Valda looks. He might get a glimpse of Magix as he mantles, and he's expecting the second, can't convert. 2-on-2.
Look at all the X's on the minimap right now. They're all just in that same area over towards the B site. And this is round 11. There's been no variance in the play here as MBK has a chance to lock this one down, but that smoke is perfectly timed.
Oh, and despite the sound cue, SDY gets bopped. Chopper, quick reactions. He knows where the last is, but he's only got 10 seconds. He's pushed through, and MBK can't believe his luck. Look at that. A litter of corpses on the short position. B site still the priority for Team Spirit, this time to no success.
Yeah, and this is the playstyle of Team Spirit. They're saying if you want to come and fight us in Sewer, if you want to take any jewels, we're happy to just biff you right there. And, well, it didn't work out for them in a round like this, but traditionally OG start going more aggressive to find trades and take space after being in number disadvantages. They were able to come out on top of a few of those trades, and MBK taking a risk through the smoke sealed the deal. The guns will be out for both sides. Money not fantastic for Alexi. He's only got an MP9, and he wasn't expecting anybody to be home, so space and a kill for Alexi, and that can be, well, relayed to his team, who were taking a 3-man defense towards the A site. At this point, Team Spirit, they didn't get any space off of that, and when they went for a different look, it backfired immediately.
All right, then. So SDY and Mir. And Valda's going to consider a close push. He's just trying to get some info on that smoke, or is he pushing it himself? He is walking up the pipe.
Have the number advantage. They don't need a risk like this.
It's sketching me out. Maybe just hoping that to catch anyone gray screen and then tuck in. Loads of time. Mir, as always, just hoping that the CTs give him the fight he's been waiting for.
Oh, he's a bit deep there, so Issa doesn't have to move, and I think the boost is coming in a little bit late here. 50 seconds, sound cue's made. OG can even rotate a 4th man.
That was the fight they needed. Valda gets it as the smoke blooms. Spirit in a tight spot. Now they'll have to flood through short. There is no incendiary, but there is bullets. Issa gets one. Valda was there. Past tense. Mir and Magix are doing it again. The dastardly duo just breaks into B. And Mir confirms Mantu's coming from heaven. There is an MBK lower as well. Nade won't do too much. Magix lives to tell the tale.
Left eye.
Good
Oh
peek.
my God.
3rd frag found. Magix just pops off and turns around on its head. It was all OG until that 3 frags in a blink of an eye. Now Mantu to clutch. Now he does have an incendiary. If he can find the 1v1, he could lock Mir out on short, but of course Mir peaks. Of course he does. Great timing, finds the 7th on that B site.
This is a very frustrating game to play for OG, I imagine, because you know that they're coming and you just don't win the fights. You even whittled them down well and truly before they get into the bomb site. And just stubborn as you like, 3 players up sandbag, a 2-on-5 situation. And Mir with that 3rd through the board was huge. That gave them the chance to get the bomb down, set up in a 2v2. And at that point, the round changes from being a OG win to a definite chance for Spirit to steal it away.
Yeah, look what it's done to their money. They're down to $500.
They're broken on round 13. The scoreline's 7-5. Team Spirit can net this round, win themselves the half, and go onto the CT side with a grin on their face.
Brutality. You can see why it's their pick. Good Deagle work, Alexi. Gonna get pushed on. Maybe one more. He does. Through the teammate. Gets another with a Deagle, and we're left with a 2v2. Mir does very well to find them both in quick succession. Just like that, we've got a 90-second 2v2. It's Wingman, folks, but with the whole map.
This is strange now. If MBK finds the timing on SDY, who is watching the back, but they're talking about this right now, Spirit. They're deciding where they want to finish. If MBK is able to squeak through and thread the needle, he could spot the bomb, make the call, and well, that would put Valda in the right place at the right time with this CZ75.
NBK's position alone, they can kind of operate under the assumption they're coming to Valda, right?
Well, I guess the problem is neither of them have information over towards Connector.
I mean, Underpass, true, but Valda's kind of got that.
They're denying the weapon, so they've just dropped a MAC-10 and an AK over the wall. And now MBK's taking this space, so if they don't look behind them, they're in trouble.
Don't do it. Okay, so he knows they're both long.
He's not going to be able to pick up a gun here. This is going to be 5-7 at range.
It's not going to be an easy shot to hit. Yeah, they're gone, bro. Both long. That's the call. Valda's only got a CZ75. Got to hit his shot. He has to be precise here. Sees the shadow. And no, NBK has found a Deagle. They didn't throw that one away, and it converts. A round win for OG off Deagles and the Kevlar vest. They needed that to keep the game competitive. And look at that quad kill from Mir, and still not enough. He locked him down, threw away all the weapons, but they didn't throw that Deagle, and he hits the necessary 1 Deag.
Oh, I thought they had done enough there, but yeah, the Deagle is the actually probably best weapon for this
5-7. I mean, that would, I don't know if we'd have got that frag with a 5-7.
It would have just harassed, and then hopefully as Valda pinces out, maybe they get the crossfire, but that was well handled from MBK. You have to give a nod to Alexi there, who kicked that round off in style, and the seesaw of this game has now tipped back in the favor of OG. The money for Spirit, it's in the bin. They're going to opt for 2 Deagles of their own, 2 Glocks and a P250, and I was just saying that Team Spirit were looking like they could net up 8. Well, that conversation now is exactly the same for OG. Surely they convert against this.
One would think.
That was our 3rd round finishing towards A, by the way, Alex. So 13 rounds of play, 10 of which towards B, 3 of which towards A. I don't know, I'm not a stats man, but I'm sure someone could work it out.
Way. Wow, how satisfying all the way across. But it is only going to be Glocks, P250, and 2 Deagles. So $1,400 on the high end for these two.
Rush, you want to do this one? They're not winning this one.
Can do. MC, take it away if you could. Looks like they're all grouping up here. 5 out tapping, maybe connect to MBK.
Yeah, it was good when it was tail. I think it's because he's out of practice.
Yeah. I'll do the minimal-ish kind of one. Tees in toilets. Taking control. No CTs out of position. MBK getting a bit peaky and gets swung on hard. Focus now on the A site. Looks like an A finish. Mantu with the range. Not an AWP, but it might as well be. 2 nice shots. 3 nice shots. 1 T left. It's all on Magisk. Has a Famus. Nice shot. Needs 2 more to get that bomb plant, but there is a flank. He's aware. Spray looked good. But Valdi wins out in the end.
And Rush, for the people who are listening on the wireless, what information do you need to give them?
7-7 now, entering the last round. Looks like a buy for both teams will be in order. Chopper, limited on the util most likely. Decides to go for a Galil. 2 kills on Chopper.
And Rush had the HUD the whole time, so he was definitely going to nail that. Don't you worry. That's information I can't even see at this point in time.
Vetoes, I don't even check the Discord. I just write them in because I know, man. I know. Next veto, let me have it.
All right, I'll let you do the next veto.
All right.
We'll see how that one ends up when we're doing Fnatic vs Mad Lions.
They're going for a B here, believe it or not. Last round of the half on their T side, Team Spirit. 7-7 the scoreline. And previously we've seen the OG squad go for some heavy sewer control. This time it's actually been a bit of an aggressive. What is that, Mr. Alexi B? He's pushed all the way up playground as they charge B. Well, there's only one man to receive them. Valda on the pillar, peeks in and loses his head. It needs to be good from Issa, and it is. Mantu arrives from heaven. They double kill. Mantu does get caught though, and 3 versus 3. They haven't got the bomb down, but they have got site control. Issa tucked it on Graffiti. 14 bullets, and he spots Disbalance. It's not enough to convert. He has to tuck in now and bide his time. NBK's revealed his location as well. This looks really difficult, but Issa has managed to bail himself out. NBK loses his jewel. Issa's getting hunted, and he was ready for it. A dink into Disbalance. Alexi to clutch. He gets found by Disbalance. Wow, holds his nerve. 8-7. They will take the half. Close, but no cigar for OG. Let's see how that second half shapes up. It's time for OG to take to the attack.
They say we're being dumb, so let them talk. We're living on the run, we'll make it, you and I know that we're not sober, but shut up and pull me closer, yeah. Holding me still too far away. Even when we're older, I promise that I'll still hold you like we're 17 and we're not afraid of making mistakes. Ooh. We're 17 and we're not afraid. They say that we're too young. Can we go back? Can we go back? Won't fall apart, don't let my heart break. Can we go back? Can we go back? Like we're 17 and we're not afraid. They tell us that we're wrong, we might be. This life, it isn't long enough to feel. My love for you is strong, I'm fighting you and I know that we're not sober, but shut up and pull me closer, yeah. Holding me still too far away. Even when we're older, I promise that I'll still hold you like we're 17 and we're not afraid of making mistakes. Ooh. We're 17 and we're not afraid. They say that we're too young. Can we go back? Can we go back? Won't fall apart, don't let my heart break. Can we go back? Can we go back? Like we're 17 and we're not afraid. I know that we're not sober, but shut up and pull me closer, yeah. Holding me still too far away. Even when we're older.
Back in action for the second half of Overpass. IEM Beijing, baby. Day 4. A machine, I've got Sponge with me. And wow, I like the little bit of Vaseline this has added to his lens. It gives it that nice glow.
Alex, I know that we're not sober, but shut up and pull me closer.
Oh, baby.
That's a curious song. It's one I'm going to be singing in the shower in the morning.
Yeah, I
think.
do need an idea on that. It definitely does sound like a shower track. I actually asked for some shower tracks, some great recommendations. A lot of you are angry showerers, I learned.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of angry music.
They don't like the bops.
I mean, I can bop, but
I love a good
I don't
bop
mind
in
a
a
good
shower.
shout.
All right, well, let's get this one underway. We've got some pistols coming out obviously, on the pistol round, but the utility is where we really want to focus, and that's going to be 2 smokes and 2 flashes.
Here we go.
MBK spotted some up towards connector. There's a P250 in Valder's hands. Will that get involved in the mix?
Going long. If he can keep Bamir busy and not lose his life, mission accomplished. But they are actually going to flash for info and push down the sewers. They've got Issa parked there for info. They're not very well raised. They close the door on the way out. Smoke towards bank. They want to pop on this?
I think they have to, but the rotation from Spirit's good. They're going to have 4 players on the A site. Flashes are coming now.
Completely stacked up. All right, boys, it's going to be a duel. At this range, I'd favor the Glocks. See if Spirit agree. Magix doesn't, but here comes MBK, and Mantu is the one to catch that headshot. Quick reactions all the same, and no one's checking near. He does manage to steady his aim for 2. Still a 2-on-2. Mantu's hunting for SDY, but a precise headshot bails him out of trouble. And Alexi's handed an awkward 1 versus 2. Now, Magix, will he go checked? Sound cues are plenty. 28 seconds. Alexi knows it's a possibility.
He's clearing it.
He is clearing it.
Hello. Execution.
A fake plant as well. Will SDY give him the jiggle he hopes for? 14 seconds for Alexi. SDY's got to get a wiggle on. Bomb is down. Alexi's getting his jewel. He hit a little bit of a bullet, but he's got no armor. 8 bullets, needs a headshot. SDY still tucked in on the bin, has a kit. He can take all the time he needs. Alexi needs the fresh clip. He's being pushed. He knows the direction, and SDY has connected.
With the Glock, mind you. Wow, that was a close round right there. I think all in all, Team Spirit, just by having all the bodies on the bomb site around those smokes as the push came in, that was the key to success, because you could see OG, they were just so drawn towards bank and CT. Alexi with fantastic awareness there to clear out Magix. I thought he was done in this 2v1 situation, but gets the plan and makes a round out of it. And frustration for him because he finished the half with a 1-on-1 loss and now loses it on pistol round as well. As we push forward in this matchup, though, you might be noticing this isn't playing out like the other games we had earlier in IEM Beijing. It was a lot brawlier. You felt there was a lot more multi-kills. This seems very 1-for-1, and the rounds are very strung out. Teams throw their smokes, they wait. It stalls out a bit, but now we've got some pace straight into a B rush.
Yeah, this is very quick. Look at this. Issa's ahead, and Chopper's still doing the flashbang dance. What a conversion. They can't seem to find the bullets of Mir. They have worked it out now, but caught with a nade in his hand, and it's a double again from Magix, the impact player. Finally silenced. Gag order issued by Mantu. Valda finds another. Numbers favor OG, albeit by the smallest margins. And they aren't rushing the plant. That's on Mantu at Monster. Oh, bit of a team flash. That's not ideal.
They're not even planning the bomb at all. They're just completely getting out of dodge. Team Spirit would hang around and then late hit the site. OG, they want to play a bit of misdirection. Up through connector, all 3 of them will trundle the bomb, the last man. So if Mantu gets caught by a jump, which he's lucky to avoid here, then they should have a free avenue over towards the A bomb site. Long is where Alexi wants to ply his trade. That Mac 10 in hand with full health, and Valda and Mantu will be going through bathrooms as a collective.
Notice
smokes.
Notice the ones who are walking bathrooms are walking. Alexi going for a bit of a louder approach because he will not be heard by those B players. So he has come in for the info to confirm that it does look clear. He'll be deploying his utility and a save call made. Now they save a M4 and a Galil, full armor, and a kit smoke.
All right, well, we'll keep track of where OG go on their gun rounds as well. Actually, hold up, wait a second. Are they going for this? It looks like they're giving it a crack.
If they get this Valda frag relatively early, there is definitely a universe where that kit and smoke play perfectly into this. And there was the duel. Valda's won it. He should go down. He does to the wall bang, but that might still be the round conversion. Picks up the kit and he is going for it. Disbalance wants blood. He wants to take anything he can. Alexi jumps to confirm that there is going to be more.
Get the M4 and get out. This is the right play. It doesn't seem as exciting a type of Counter-Strike as what you'd want. The 1v2, the smoke on the bomb, the dancing around, the pulling off of a miracle. But Team Spirit, they have the lead and they can maintain that. With the M4 and the force buy that's likely going to ensue right now, Team Spirit can continue to be deadly. That was a fantastic call from OG. They got that plant down thanks to Alexi. We're able to invest in some Mac 10s and lighter weaponry, have a sound execute onto the B bomb site. And even though Magix with that multi, it just wasn't enough. The bomb site was given up. They played the mid-round rotation, and the scoreline now 9-8 in favor of Team Spirit here on map number 1. It is their map choice of Overpass. Moving forward in the series, we'll have Inferno and then Nuke if required. But it looks like this one's going to go the distance. In the pre-match, we were talking about the fact these guys played earlier in the year, just in August, and it went all 3 and all with double digits. This one looks like it's got the same story written all over it. As it is that force from Spirit, they've got another scout up. The M4 is being gifted back to SDY. Magic's onto a Famus, and then pistols of a Deagle and a CZ for Chopper and Mia. OG quite procedural here. They're having 3 through connector. They want to hold on to that avenue of rotation between the two bomb sites. Are they going to go for a boost? Mia's mounting up. Magic's on top, but they've made a sound cue. They flubbed it.
Everyone's sketched out now. And Mia loses his life. Alexi swings that door open and
no,
wow, they even
nightmare.
had nades coming in as well. Well, this one's pretty much cooked. It's Chopper pushing up. He could have the off angle. I like it. Oh, baby. I don't know.
Clear this?
I don't think you would.
Oh my God.
What?
So thorough.
Valda has a glance and it's enough. Checks the tight corner on the run up towards Monster. And now, well, this is the round. This is the same weapon saved. You're going to be seeing the M4 and partnered with a scout for this balance, but OG happy to convert and equal up. What's that now? That's the 2 in a row.
Yeah, and just with a little bit of a look at where these rounds are finished, we've had the first 2 over towards A, and then this 3rd round here in the second half over towards B with the bomb going down. There's no net being thrown on out with 20 seconds left on the C4 before that detonation.
This is a bit of a net.
Yeah, he's getting close. I really think better of it. He only has the MAC-10, so I don't hate him going for the chase and losing that here. And now that Alexi's figured out where one of them is, he's going to get a move on as well. Both tucked in towards playground, having to even expend a little bit of their utility just to stay alive. That's never ideal. Bomb goes off. Alexi, can you find anything? Not to be the case. Tickled on up, but there's no frag. As Team Spirit, they will have to concede at this juncture.
That was the quick one onto Mir, and they even had nades ready for the headshot angle. Valda just peeked off it.
Imagine how differently that would have played out as well. And I think that the reason that Mir was so diligent about this chase, great little highlight there, was because they wouldn't have been going for a boost of that nature without at least some security towards the backyard of T-Spawn. And so pushing up like that was good awareness there from Valda. This could also be one of those situations where it is a known move of Spirit. When they go for that boost, Chopper tends to take space. Regardless, SDY had the only rifle, and that's probably the round.
Yeah, very likely. Mantu taking that duel, and it's not an easy to retrieve location. He was committed to the underpass, so the remaining CTs group up, start their charge. Coming straight towards Issa, and his ears do perk up. He knows there's action on his way. 600, 1200, 1800.
They're my favorite kind of kills. 1 by 1, USPs, no armor.
MAC-10, perfect, dreamy. Some people have dreams about that.
Some people are pretty weird, so yeah, I could imagine. Rush, what do you dream about Counter-Strike-wise? Is it you flying through the skies of danger zones, Sirocco?
Rush dreams of actually discovering a bump mine pack in real life.
Ooh.
I wish. I wish.
And he gets his exosuit on and he actually just bops it to work.
So he's like me when I was 12 and wished that Pokemon was real so I could have my own little Charmander running around with me at
So
school.
lame. So
I used to
lame.
imagine like a kind of Spider-Man-like character running alongside the obstacles as we drove in the bus.
Okay, no, I have heard this one before from you. Along the buildings, jumping and
Yeah, like
mounting
parkouring
across,
and running across the...
Quite a theme in your life, the old parkour.
Maybe. Yeah, and I take pictures of buildings because I can imagine myself running around over them. Maybe I'm a parkour athlete. I just haven't unlocked my potential.
Oh, we got to start somewhere, I guess.
Pushing out towards Fountain, we will see the very, very heavy lean from the CTs. They're actually already in short pipe. Look at that. They're going to get info so quick. Nobody's home. Move.
Yeah, so what do they do with this? The fact that they have the space, it's great, but you can see that OG still have 1 minute and 24 seconds left on the clock. Within the mid to late rounds, they can pivot between both of these sites, and there's probably a timer on how long that Mir can stay this aggressively poised, especially considering there's no connector control right now. You see this off angle that he's trying to play with here as they come over the lip, hard to clear, hard to deal with. And he even has bait. So that's going to be Chopper in the backlines there trying to lure them in, but we can see the
SDY got
attack.
a panic smoke. So he's not actually got his weapon out. He is just going to be a panic button for Disbalance to drop off, and so he can retreat back into the site safely. And despite all that long presence, they're just trusting Magix to hold that. Ooh. And there goes the smoke. So they will drop off. And then they're able to Disbalance to tuck into the site.
Alex, they're out of nades. They have nothing to defend this bomb site with. It's just going to have to be headshots. They don't even have a defuse kit for the post plant. So if they play too passively, it's all over.
Here we go. Execute from OG. 2 smokes and 2 Molotovs. And that's Disbalance trying to exploit a gap, but he has been knocked off. Issa is the first, and SDY falls. Mir as well is added to the list, and that's a perfect execute. You don't see them every day. Chopper found finally, and now the bomb is planted with just a single Disbalance remaining. A perfect round, not a single OG member going down, and they do finish it off 11-9, flawless on the A take. Chad, what do you make of that? We don't get to see a full double smoke, double molly A take.
Yeah, they were given a lot of room, and the fact that there was no utility or an AWP for Team Spirit to really fight and search for kills with that there, it was all over as soon as Issa found that opening. You can see they were playing around Optimus. They were trying to make sure that they were in positions to disrupt, but it wasn't good enough. And OG, well, they are looking good enough right now. They are back in this game, taking the lead as we do have Spirit taking the time out. And it will be their first here on map number 1. Probably a good idea at this juncture of the game to talk through your options. They will only be investing with some pistols. The money's not quite there yet. You can see in the next round, it will be the max loss bonus of 3,400, and the AWP needs to get into that hands of Disbalance to activate him here on the BT side.
Such an underperformance from Chopper. I will say that looks weird to my eyes. It's not usual.
Yeah, he's not finding that same impact that we are expecting out of Chopper. Now, obviously, as the in-game leader of this team, not a natural role for him, or not one where he started his career. Always a couple of teething issues here, there, and everywhere. As you can see, SDY aggressive towards Connector again. It's dealt with 1 Molotov by dropping a smoke. They'll, in exchange, put out their...
It's going to waste their time, at least, and it does give Magix and Mir a chance to get their duo set up once again. Oh, Chopper, aggressive, and takes the head off of the natural born killer.
Don't flub your movement this time, boys.
It's flawless, but they're already up.
They can maintain this little totem pole boost if they would like. One player can look towards the sewer pipe, the other one can watch Connector, and then Chopper can bait. But while Chopper's baiting, the attack's over towards A, and SDY's in trouble.
Yeah, he's done very well to get info for free, though. I say free. Here we go. Ooh.
He can't cross back to the site. He's isolated now. It's only a matter of time until Volder gets close enough.
Wait, look at Alexi and Disbalance. They haven't seen each other. Disbalance was all the way on long. Alexi's just walked straight past him. This is a gap, and I don't think Chopper's going to really like what happens here. He is not expecting long at all, and Alexi gets the punish. Disbalance does manage to catch Mantu with his off angle, if you will, but 3 versus 4.
They've lost SDY completely.
He lives on. And they're all coming from that direction. Issa does do a lot of damage, but doesn't convert in the smoke. The reload doesn't spur them forward. Alexi has been caught, but does manage to weather the storm. 3 frags for the Finn. And it will likely fall to Valda to finish this one. Mir has recovered his signature weapon, an M4A1. Lingering in the smoke is Valda. Alexi's not ready for this push at all, and SDY catches him. A chance for Valda to come up clutch, and he knows where it's coming from. Flubs that flash, but spots SDY. And now he's playing the smart one. SDY can't,
save, yeah. Just quickly, Rush, I want to bring you in here because
sure, dude.
For me, like, I'm watching this and we had a day off yesterday. It's the first game. You know, maybe I'm just feeling a little bit, just, you know, the case of the Mondays, but this game feels really janky.
It does feel very janky.
It feels like there's a lot of fights going on simultaneously. You getting the same kind of situation with your fingers right now?
Definitely so. On these eco rounds, it is a lot of people pushing up and then like fights as people are taking the site and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a bit all over the place in my opinion. Not so much set executey stuff.
Yeah, the round doesn't feel like we're ramping up to anything. We just get to a point and then it explodes. And then as it explodes, there's fights going all over the shop. So quite a difficult one to keep tabs on who's going to come out on top. And as you were pointing out rightly so there, Alex, the trades in that gap that you found, not only did that gap punish Chopper on the site, Mantu went down, assuming long was clear as well. So it was very strange how round number 21 unfolded. But round 22, the guns are back out, the AWP's in hand, and B, well, that's already where OG have found themselves.
Yeah, they're so fast up. NBK hasn't held short, though, and that enables Chopper to come back in. Magic's still holding the site. They do need to find him now, and Mantu can't. Great shot. Looking great for Spirit. They finish it off with a bang as well. Practically flawless. Double kill for Magix on the B take. 12 then to 10. That's Spirit's second CT round. This was a 9-6 half, so OG definitely still holding the control, and they've definitely got control of their own finances. Alexi practically at max money. I don't know how he's seeing through that Molotov. I'm blind as a bat through that smoke.
I'm really curious as well, like, because the more Counter-Strike I've played in the last couple of years since I've gotten a much better computer and realized I don't need to play on whatever resolution I thought I did as a professional. I play on native, and I'm like, this is how the game was designed to be played. And you've got pros who are still playing on 1024, 768. It's all madness out there. So it is an odd one, bit of a quandary. But look at this. I just balance this push forward. Using this smoke here as a bit of a one-way might catch MBK off guard.
And it has first blood drawn as the AWP shot rattles and echoes throughout the overpass.
Look at all three of the CTs right now. They're all down in Monster, stuck in the pit. They've moved away, just as I say that, as iDisbalance has been able to set up.
God, I can't believe he dug into that angle. It does bear fruit. Issa gone. Good flash. Does convert. Valda gonna have to back away from that one. Even a CT smoke landing at the deep monster pipe and another towards short. That's a lot of util burned. They come for the boost. Takes their own medicine. I'd love to see it. It's got a lot of success for Spirit, but it's being pre-aimed nicely by Mir.
Oh my God.
Loses his head. Valda gets the double. We have got a level 42nd 3v3.
He's gonna be kicking himself. He had that one booked.
He was pre-aiming it and everything.
Oh, we saw a toe there, Magic. I'm not quite sure if he caught it on his screen, but we definitely saw something.
Just Valda falling. Alexi does manage to equal. And with 15 seconds, a 1v1 is established. SDY in heaven. Will he be able to stop the plant? He doesn't go for the spray. He drops instead. Alexi, oh, spots a glimpse. Trying to play with SDY, but he's too damn good. Very nice headshot, just re-peeking in. Recovers, disbalances AWP as well, and will bring the 11th home for Spirit. SDY, that's a crucial clutch.
That's the third 1v1 we haven't seen Alexi be able to shut out here. There was the pistol round, there was the last round of the first half, and now again falling to SDY. But let's check out how this one kicked off. iDisbalance using that smoke just to peer around the corner, finds an opening, finds a second, and then eventually gets isolated. And this is Volder. Really should have been dead to rights here because you can see that Mir was already pre-aiming that position. Volder does get the better of him, and there's the final frag from SDY's POV. That stands for point of view.
IEM.
You all love your acronyms around here, especially the TTKs. That's time to kill. Really don't think that. Is that any relevance in Counter-Strike? This is just a fire rate.
It always has a, yeah. It's more used to compare different games.
Okay.
Like the time to kill in CS is very high. It's very low, sorry.
Sure.
One-shot headshot.
True. Okay. Yeah,
Highest
that does make
TCKs.
sense.
You play COD, it feels like they're made of sponges. You know?
That's right, because they can heal and you do a bit of damage.
So
they
it's very
don't
low.
the wall. All right. Yeah. Okay.
High time to kill. God,
I understand.
Maths is hard. But we have seen an opening kill, and that's 19 deaths for Chopper now added to the list here in round 24.
Jeez, he's really having a rough showing of it. Only 6 kills, 24 rounds in.
Fancied his chances long. Mantu was just holding it. But that would perhaps lull you into the assumption that there isn't too much more of a fight on long. Disbalance, despite the flash, holds his nerve and does connect onto the Mantu swing. Once more, and NBK is willing, ready, and able to take that shot against the AWP. Alexi's flash did just keep him busy.
They've just stalled out here.
Good angle from SDY, manages to catch a trade. So this is going to be chaos.
Oh, there's some overcalling going on OG right now. I think they're overcomplicating this situation. They could have just barreled up long as a unit. Now they're caught between rotations.
Yeah, they've got to find some way out. 35 seconds, it's sketching me out. Mir has the lockdown on the rotate through connector. And he finds Valda. Does get brought down to 7, so Issa should finish the job, but they're running out of time here. It's all onto SDY on the site. NBK has a smoke, but that's not going to do too... Oh, actually, might help him get the bomb down. So much damage. The nade should finish it. He still plants, and NBK catches his teammate. SDY then, his fumbling could cost him. He's got a 1v2 to win now. And Issa is not interested. A double for both of them. The partnership pulls the 13th home for OG. Issa and NBK, a double kill apiece. Nice division of the Team Spirit squad. Puts us at 13 now to 11. OG within touching distance. And let's see how this one started. NBK against an AWP, no less. Very slither spray. And he needed that. You can see how close Issa was to going down. That smoke very well saving his life. Oof. down to 6 after the nade landed.
Yeah, very odd one there. I think STY is going to be kicking himself after that. Thought that the plant might not go through after the tickling up with the M4, but if he just underhanded it or gone for a little bit of a lighter throw, could have denied and won the round right there and then. But Team Spirit, they've gone all in on this one. The force bites left them with not too much utility to work with. They will need to find the fights, and Balance, he does have the ult to do so. But look at this aggression. The spam might follow. There's a lot of damage done with the nade involved there. It's good. Chopper falls, and so does Magix.
Oh, no way. That really hurts, and Disbalance's toes are visible. Only does minimal damage. Disbalance wants to level the odds, and it's an off angle. Can't believe he's gotten away with that. Is this damage inflicted? And the wallbang wasn't far off either. But Mir goes aggressive, and he does manage to catch a sleeping Alexi. Out of nowhere, Spirit pull these equalizers out. It's a very kooky game of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, like there's no flashes to facilitate that. It's just a dry peek. It's a gut instinct. And I think Mantu spotted the barrel, but it doesn't matter. Oh my God, the spam is everywhere. Mantu finishes him off. A bomb site's open. Spirit are trying to rotate over. OG are trying to beat them there. The bomb's coming, but Balance is here.
Oh my God.
What is going on?
With 9 HP, no less. He's peeked into it.
He needs more.
He does. He's got to do a lot of heavy lifting here. Disbalance does reveal his position,
no.
but he gets wallbang. This wasn't ready. Doesn't adjust in time. And Mantu, AWP versus Mir's 60 HP. The HP no longer relevant unless he swaps to his sidearm, which he has. And here comes the push. And Mir just doesn't miss. 3 frags from the start of the show. 22 frags for him. He's catching his partner Magix up. In fact, level pegging now at the top of the scoreboard in the server.
It's a hard one just to keep tabs on where all the action's going down again. This is
exhausting me.
It's so strung out. The rounds never feel like they're over. We've had a lot of finishes that have been 1v1s in this game.
3v2s, 2v3s, it's all back and forth. Nothing's a guarantee, nothing is safe, nothing is sacred. Triple SMG from the CT squad as they put all their chips into the center of the table.
And they won, that really sucks.
Mantu's even got enough pennies to scrape together the AWP on this T side.
Well, I was just taking a quick look at the opening duels, and they've been favoring that of OG. This little slide boost here just to help clear out. I think we saw Simple doing this with Na'Vi just the other day. They're not going to commit to it. Maybe too many footsteps heard, or it might be a sunny day. I don't know if you ever had this in the UK, Alex, but those plastic slides and the metal ones as well.
Very hot.
In Australia, they're like a weapon in 40-degree heat. You sit on that, you can actually burn your bum a little bit too much.
Yeah, I just remember that sound, the sound of wearing shorts as you go down a very hot slide.
There have been, in this game, what are we looking at here? 3, 6, 8, 9 1vx situations.
Goodness, that's why it feels so weird.
Yeah,
that's
it's
why
an odd matchup.
Unpredictable. They say that's why humans like music. Because we...
Sounds like a slide.
Well, we get dopamine releases when we predict something. Nice shots. Here's Sunny the second. He can't get it. Mir actually caught him elsewhere. The double was found, which keeps us level pegging, but Mir is standing and fighting. Look at this, a pillar choosing to back away just in time. And now they're tucked into the site. The bomb's on long. Alexi plans to finish there. And they do confirm no aggressive toilets present. So now they're looking for the plant. Disbalance's line, though, should find a frag, and it has. One apiece. Nothing for Mantu now other than holding on to his AWP. He is going to get hunted down, and he knows it. He's trying to stop Magix, and he hits it, but...
Oh, after time as well.
After time, yeah, that really sucks. 150 schmeckles for Mantu. And that's at the breaking point of the game as well. We're at 13-13, 27 rounds ahead of us.
If they wrestle this one back, I think you could see there that it's getting very flustered in the OG camp, and one of the tells is just they are being harassed. So the gameplay and those 1vx situations that I just outlined being 9 in total throughout this game, but they double smoked the bomb spot. So that was 2 smokes, maybe one they could have applied to a different position, and you can see here just to the left where Mir is, there's actually 2 smoke grenades being thrown by OG onto that exact same position. So it's just the little details that we're keeping tabs of here, but when the game is this close, when we are tied up 13-13, 14-13, and the T's have just had their economy broken this late in the piece. Those are the difference makers. With only 2,400 coming through in the next round, unless somebody drops man to an AWP, he's going to be operating with a pistol or less. So Spirit have a really good opportunity right now to first of all build their bank and get some more rifles going through, because you can see this, going into round number 27, you've got 2 MP9s again. So the buy for Spirit, not fantastic. If they can course correct here, if they're able to keep this one as clean as it can be, going into the next round against OG's buy, they can be sitting level. This would be great for some confidence for Chopper as well. He's the point man over towards Sandbags, MP9 in hand, and a couple are about to greet him. MBK's first. I'll make that Issa's first. MBK to follow.
Yeah, both added to his lovely kill tally. He's getting some necessary stats padded. There we go. Give him the 4th. Gets his double digits. Chopper farms up. Plenty of cash for him to splash in the closing rounds of this first map. This is Spirit's pick, and OG have been holding the lead over them until this point. Spirit take the lead and take 14.
Now, it's not great for Mir in this game. If you look at his frags, sure, he's doing a fantastic job. He has a total of 25, but in those 19 deaths, 6 of which have been openings. So as long as you keep Mir out of the early stages of the round, he's able to find his impact here. To be 0 and 6, but to be topping the frags, that's actually pretty unusual stat-wise.
That is interesting. He hasn't got an opening kill, but he's got an opening death 6 times.
But between Mir and Magix combined, they have a huge chunk of opening kills in the double digits. Not opening kills, sorry, multi-kills. Make sure I preface that one correctly. And you can see OG, their buy going into round number 28. I said there were going to be problems for Mantu. There definitely are. The primary AWP left only with a Mac 10. Utility, they've kept 5 smokes. So there haven't been too much of an early flurry of map control. And that's a miss smoke from the A site there. That's missed in towards the B backyard. So Monster will not be covered off, and that's going to spell problems for Mia and Magix, who have to drop one of their own. So that would have bought them an extra 20 seconds. That wouldn't have had to have been thrown out from Mia until 1 minute, but now they've had to use it early.
The only thing they've heard is one spray. It's Balder, who's been unloading his mag haphazardly.
I like how clean they do that. Just note, there's no crouching, there's no old jump now, there's none of that janky business. Mia and Magix have this worked out to a T. And those little details can be the difference between a kill and showing your head early without being ready for the frag. But there's damage. What is that from Mia? There's an opening kill.
Yeah, he just takes initiative, takes the wall bang. And now Chopper's going to push in to see if there's anyone else home.
What a great time for Mia to find his first opening kill of the game.
Yeah, good point.
And a freebie, an absolute freebie. This is looking good for round 15 now. With 30 seconds left, they have to go back to A. They're getting their skates on, and so is Mia. He's going to meet them there.
If Alexi goes quiet, he could catch a timing, but it looks like Mir's been gifted the responsibility of long. NBK could be running into a trap. Now he's going to be lining up his util. A flash to force Disbalance off the line. Oh dear. He runs ahead of it. SDY does go down, and so does Disbalance. Mir only the one. Perhaps OG have got a shot here, but with 8 seconds, that bomb would need to be planted, and Chopper's got it. A crucial frag. Magix just leaps in to collect the SMG frag.
Oh, he can't get over the truck.
He's stuck.
He only goes into the next round with an SMG.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Magix. There was an AWP, there was an AK, there was everything available for him.
He's got 7.6. He'll just drop it. A price he has to pay, and you can see what on earth OG are coming in to defend map point with. Good try, though. Came down to a 2v2.
SDY really got caught off guard by that flash there. That was almost a nightmare. Look at this.
Hello? Hello? Counter-strike. Counter-strike.
Come on now.
Timeout time.
Only their second used as well. So OG, considering how close the game is, considering how back and forth a lot of these rounds have been, they will just be taking a timeout on round number 29. Now this is Mir with the freebie. This is just, okay, well, we did the boost. Nobody was there. I guess they're taking space late. And to actually kill Issa, not only through the boards there, you can see just how deep into that pipe he actually was. So that's a huge frag, and one that you aren't normally finding, especially finding at that juncture of a round. That forced OG's hand. They went back to the A bomb site, and from there the trades, well, they were madness once again. And this game continues to be a very surprising back and forth affair, as OG will opt in with whatever they can afford. It's some Galils, it's a Deagle. MBK yet to buy. He's laid out a spawn with a Tech 9, and Mantu for the final round of play, or potentially with another Mac 10. Spirit are looking good to close this. If they don't seal it up here, they're going to be kicking themselves because their cash hasn't swelled, Alex. Round 30 of play, if we get there, it's going to be a close one.
It's the best shot we've seen from Spirit this late stage. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 of the last 7 rounds have gone Spirit's way. So with that momentum shift, finances shift. OG broken. He's got a cool little lineup here. I like that one. Valda's got a smoke to force Disbalance's eyes off of that particular line. Oh, Alexi visible, and a quick adjustment from SDY just blows his head clean off. Awkward now. OG in pursuit of another round of play in order to fend him off. A peek from Disbalance, an easy frag. Mantu strafing in, he needs to find the AWP. The flashes are so good, but Disbalance has gotten away. They will hunt him down. A missed shot, they need this. He's even pushed with the Glock, that's how much he needed it. A 2-on-4 though. They do get the bomb down, it's just a Galil for Valda. Maybe Issa can scavenge away the M4 that lies on the site. Peeks in, does find Disbalance, and a double for Valda. He's pulling OG back into the game. Huge fragging. They want to use that bank space now. The bomb is not planted for them. I will remind you, neither of the Ts could stop the defuse, but it doesn't matter when the TTs are coming both from this way. It could be the double, it is. Colossal. They both walk in, so much time. They've got the kits. And Team Spirit, they've taken their map pick. It's 16-13, the final score. And we'll be back to break it down. Team Spirit take Overpass.